Welcome back, everyone. Steven McAuley, Chairman and CEO of Empower Clinics. This is video Q&A session number 2. This section is kind of labeled as credibility questions. So we'll dig into some, probably a little bit more difficult topics and try to respond to these questions as best as we can. So first question is a little bit longer. Why do you keep important information pages for investors so outdated? Your online presence has often been riddled with errors and some content still not updated to this day. Months or years pass before dismissed team members are removed from websites, even after they were no longer on the board. This made you appear very untrustworthy. Your online presence should always be up to date, as this is where investors can gather information. So for everybody, I agree that the online presence is not up to date and times has not been up to date. I'm personally disappointed with all of that. We've recently updated the website, cleaned up some other aspects, posted an updated investor deck to the website, and we are working on the new EPW Cure Search website. We will conduct a review of really all online details, including the exchanges, to make sure that the most relevant and current company and investor information is accurate across all the different channels. Next question. Back then, meaning in the past, even though it was officially announced by Extra that Empower would be delisted, you released a video and claimed to German investors that you had spoken to Extra and that no delisting was imminent. You even ruled it out. Immediately afterwards, Empower Clinics was delisted by Extra and from all German exchanges. You did not subsequently comment on this and continued to state in press releases that Empower Clinics was tradable under ADC. So the changes implemented by Extra were particularly troubling at the time. It's been a little while, but I do recall. As an issuer, we did not receive advance notice of their changes in policy. Extra determined that if an issuer on the OTC was delayed in its filings of its financials, then they would immediately delist that issuer. This happened to us and to numerous issuers. I contacted Extra personally, and they said they could not help us and that we must work through our listing agent. The delisting took place. We need to complete our outstanding filings on the OTC. Once that's done, then we can begin the process of listing again on Extra. Next question. MCTOs or CTOs were issued at regular intervals. Each time you acted as if these were surprising, and each time you assured that this would not happen again. However, it was clear that each time that a new one was imminent. Now we've been suspended from trading for a period of time. So MCTOs and CTOs have been a problem. This continues to be a problem for Canadian issuers with ongoing audit challenge. It's impacting our thoughts toward growth, how to approach growth, and drives our behavior and decisions. Going into prior audits, we always believed we were prepared and in a position to file on time. As the process evolves, the challenges and delays show up. Auditors requiring third-party valuations, DCF models, for acquisitions that run out 20 years. Just about every acquisition resulted in a write-off. We had to change auditors and move away from MMP. We ran into significant market pressures in late 2022 and into 2023, leaving us where we are today. Next question. You have consistently paid yourselves high salaries for performance that in the eyes of investors were inappropriate. Why did you consider not cutting your salary instead of passing it on to the investors? So there's a misconception here. When I joined in 2019, I signed my employment contracts that were approved by the board of directors, included various incentives over time. Much of those incentives were taken in EPW stock. Over the past 5 years, my T4 employment income from EPW has averaged 265,000 Canadian per year. And I can confirm my T4 for 2023 is only $11,981.01. That's how much I took cuts during these difficult times that we're going through. This was in response to the challenges and the pressures in 2023. So to say that I have not made sacrifices for EPW is simply not fair and not accurate. It's caused tremendous pressure on many people, including myself and board members. But that's where we are, and we're working our way through this period of time. Next question, negative comments on Agoracom remain uncommented on or are deleted. You do not respond to email inquiries or rarely. Most recently, the comment function on Agoracom on YouTube was deactivated because it was raining criticism. Why should we believe that this will change? So I'm not a regular user of Agoracom, and I do not have control over its operation or what it does on its buttons. Regarding email inquiries, I do respond from time to time, but we've received a lot of guidance from securities lawyers that we are under no obligation to respond to email inquiries. In fact, they would prefer that we never respond to emails. But we do our best from time to time, and maybe forums like this are a way to balance communication that is distributed widely. Next question, have you or family members or close relatives sold shares without reporting them? So no, as a registered insider, I SEDI file all transactions. Do you still need to disclose any important communications to investors or exchanges that you have missed? If so, what are they?